All right, welcome back. And today's day number 8 of my challenge. So, I think I just want to talk about the challenge today, and which is the one where I've decided I'm going to actually do this content thing like I'm doing right now on YouTube. It's day number 8. In total, there are 90 days, and the thing that I notice about this challenge is it's actually a nice challenge to take up, because if I must put it in context, right? Remember, I'm talking about audacious goals, wanting to go for audacious goals, and so on. And I think in most cases, the things that kind of stop people or prevent people from maybe going all the way for whatever their goal might be is, universally kind of like the same things, more or less. People might be, you might say there's some kind of an idea of, a fear of something. You might not know exactly what it is, and you might not even want to call it a fear of anything, because why would you want to be afraid of something? So you might not even say to yourself, okay, maybe I'm uncomfortable with this, so I'm uncomfortable with that, whatever the case may be. So this challenge, by having to do it every single day, which is amazing, because now you don't have to think about it, right? You have to do it every single day. So you don't have to think every second day, oh, I skipped this day and I skipped that day. You don't have to worry about that. You just know you have to have one every single day. So that is something that makes it easy. That's number one. The second thing is, yesterday my video was like, I think not even 3 minutes, right? But the thing is, I did it very late. I did it very quickly, because the point was to make sure that I did it. Now, yesterday was kind of a busy day for me, and if I wanted to, I could have probably fit it in some way, but I didn't. So eventually it came to the end of the day. So, kind of like part of what so far has made it for me kind of challenging is because it's almost like I'm trying to do this like right now, kind of like still a bit in secret, right? The people that I know not supposed to yet know much about it. And ask yourself the question, why? Okay, why? Why? You know why? Because people can be very funny. They may, we are all human. So we might not know what kind of reaction we might get. We don't know what kind of jokes they're gonna make. So these kind of things tend to, I'm not gonna do it. I'll do it next week. I'll do it tomorrow. I'm gonna wait until I'm perfect, until I'm better, until whatever. All right. So I was in yesterday Wordsworth Bookshop, and I saw a nice book there. It said Joseph Campbell, The Thousand Faces of a Hero. A Thousand Faces of a Hero. Now, I've heard of that already, and a lot of people have referenced it. And the thing that is nice about that book is it basically is not about heroes, it's about people. It's about you and me and everybody. Like right now, right? I now went on this journey, this adventure. This right now is an adventure for me to start, to say I am gonna do the YouTube thing. It's a new thing. It's a daring adventure. It's an audacious adventure. It's something quite new. It's something I don't know how to do, but I'm gonna have to figure out. And it doesn't matter how many times I'm gonna watch somebody's video, and I'm gonna study and study and study. At the end of the day, I'm gonna have to do it. And when you do it, you're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna fall. It's like trying to watch 100 videos or whatever of somebody playing tennis, and you're trying to learn from watching. That's only gonna help you so far. But it's only when you are going to actually have to do it yourself and fail and then learn from it. And there, obviously, a coach would be very helpful. Somebody that knows how to, can tell you, okay, I see you making that mistake and this mistake. You should correct this, correct that. And then you get encouragement as well. So I have somebody that can encourage you, obviously. But what I want to say is, in terms of, there's something called the hero's journey, right? The hero's journey. So it means you start somewhere. You like, this is now my beginning, right? 7 days. Today's day 8. So I'm starting my hero's journey in terms of this. And at the end of this, I'm supposed to be a very, very professional YouTuber. And whatever it is that I want from that, in other words, my aim is obviously to bring value. Is it obvious that I want to bring value? Right? I want to bring value with the information that I have. I wanted to help people, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm also here to make money. So why did I have to say that in that tone? What does that tell you about me? So kind of a bit uncomfortable with the idea of making money, Not idea of it, it's like people can judge you. Am I judging myself? So anyway, so the hero's journey is about you going on a journey. You know what is your aim, you know what is your goal, right? And it's a circular path, right? It's a circular path, it goes full circle. So you start out with an intention, with an idea of what you want to do, and you end up with having done that. So in other words, you start with the idea of a goal. At the end of that circular path, when you get back to where you started, you eventually are that person. So whatever goal you have for yourself, whatever adventure, it's an adventure, right? Life is an adventure. So life is a daring adventure, or it is nothing. So you can either do with your life that which you really want to do. If you have some kind of an idea of what you want to do, then do it, So life is a daring adventure, or it is nothing. And I didn't say that. That is from, what's that lady's name that was blind and deaf? Anyway, Helen Keller, correct? Helen Keller. So she said it, right? And she overcame a lot of challenges. So we have to go through this journey. The important thing is here, whatever big thing it is that we are going to decide, we are going to go for, big audacious goal, daring goal, scary goal, right? Whatever goal we are going to go for, that is our personal mission, our personal purpose, our personal, it's like, why are you existing in the first place? Obviously you're existing for example, to be a good person, to do good, to follow your, if you are whatever religion you are, to follow your Quran, to follow your Bible, to follow whatever it is, whatever religion it is, to be a good person and do what you have to do, right? That is good. So you want to do that. That is definitely without question the first thing you want to do. And then you have to live life, and part of life is you have to make money, and you have to also be the best person and do the job or whatever job it is you are doing. And it must also still be part of being a good person. So in total, you want to be a good person, and you want to make the money you're supposed to make or want to make, and you don't want to have any hang-ups about that, and you want to be enjoying your life. And so life can be exciting, life can be fun, life can be very serious, and you can do all the things you have to do, and it doesn't have to be a drag. So actually, when you're feeling a bit scared, that's actually exciting. Before you go down a roller coaster, that's scary. It's fun, right? Before you do something that is going to be, something that's going to be amazing, there's you feel a bit of fear, you feel a bit scared, but it's an exciting feeling. So you can either say to yourself, I'm exciting, and go for it, or you can say, I'm scared and not go for it. So I'm very happy that I have taken up this challenge. And like I wanted to say is, for your first 7 days, like me, it's like, I'm gonna try this thing. But then you come to a point like now I'm starting to think, you see, then it's like not anymore almost like just a challenge, just a kind of a game, just something you start. Then you ask yourself, why can't I take this more serious? Why am I not going to be, then you ask yourself some serious questions. So that's the good thing about the challenge. So now I'm saying to myself, you know what, I'm actually gonna do this in a better way. I'm actually going to do this, because, at the end of the day, ultimately, if you have a good purpose, if your purpose is like a good purpose, if your intention is a good intention, if your goal is, doing it for good reasons, then, nothing is there to stop you. You're not doing something. And who am I going to harm? Who am I going to harm doing this? Do you understand? Who am I going to harm? What am I doing wrong? You understand? I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not harming anybody. I'm not going to lie to people. I'm not going to say do this and that and it will make you a millionaire or a billionaire or a trillionaire. I'm not going to say do this and you'll be successful. I'm not going to say anything that I don't believe. So it's things that I believe will help or can help you. And I just want to say again, this is about psychology, right? This is about psychology. This is about entrepreneurship. This is about your goals, how to achieve your goals. So it's not so much about spirituality. It's not so much about spirituality, although nobody's life is without spirituality. So what I'm saying is, I'm not going to overstep my limits. I'm not going to say I'm going to talk to you about spirituality, because I'm talking to you about more like business and goals. So think about that and remember that that is kind of my area for now that I'm thinking of, that I'm going to be talking in. So anyway, this has been 10 minutes. It's 11 minutes. So this has been a nice chat. I hope that I'm going to continue to do this. I like this challenge. It's a fun challenge. And I eventually, one day, want to be a big success. That is to say, if inshallah I get to live that long and all the things, and then, God willing, inshallah, if Allah wills, then I will make a success of this. So, wish me luck. All the best to me, and whenever you decide you want to take up this challenge, then go for it. Not this challenge. So what I'm saying is, then I'm challenging you now. This is my date and I'm challenging you. Start, get busy, do something that is not going to be hurting or harming anybody else, but it's going to be a benefit to you. So start. Thank you.